Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
It is Labor Day in North Texas. The Angels and the Rangers getting ready to battle it out. It's game one of a three-game set tonight here from Globe Life Park as this road trip continues. The Angels splitting that series against the Astros 2 games apiece. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And last night at Minute Maid Ballpark, we got a chance to see the return of Shohei Ohtani to the mound, and obviously didn't go that well for him. But tonight we get to see the return of yet another Angels starting pitcher. Matt Shoemaker takes the ball for the second time.
Yeah, Victor, last time we saw him in a big league uniform was back in that opening series against the Oakland A's on the road, but he's throwing the ball well in his rehab assignments. Fastball, obviously it's going to be around that 90-93 range, but his split finger fastball will be the key against this Ranger club. They've been swinging the bat very, very well. They've been hitting home runs. They've been driving the ball exceptionally well, but he's got a pretty good career numbers as far as against the Texas Rangers, 4-2 in the area, just over 5. Splitter is going to be very important for him. Commanding that fastball, upper part of the strike zone, but the splitter, swing and misses, get some quick outs, get a little bit deeper in the game. Give yourself a chance to pick up a W.
Well, she'll be facing a Rangers lineup that has been swinging the bat well since the All-Star break. No Justin Upton, still dealing with that concussion issue. No Shohei Ohtani since he pitched last night. We're just about ready for baseball here in North Texas. Sit back, relax. We'll bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. We're back out here at Globe Life Park. Hopefully you're enjoying your Labor Day. It has been a rainy, cloudy day here in North Texas, but all indications are we're going to get started on time. Both starting pitchers are ready to go, and that's a good sign as far as getting this game started, although the Rangers have yet to take the field. Let's go back to last night. Gooby, Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the first time in quite some time. What did you think of the appearance?
Yeah, it's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. At times, I thought he was excellent. When you talk about velocity on the fastball, 97, 99, he had sharp break on his slider. His splitter was solid. But when that ground ball right back up the middle off his ring finger, had a little bit of a stiff back also. You saw a little bit of a drop in the velocity of his fastball in the third inning, and then a hanging slider to George Springer, 2-run home run. At that point, before that, you were thinking, hey, he's got a chance to go 3-4 innings of shutout baseball. Won't be in position to get the win, but still, it's great to see him back out there, especially when you're touching 99 miles an hour.
You can absolutely see the stark contrast between the slider that struck out Tyler White in the first inning versus the slider he threw to George Springer. Completely different pitch, especially when it comes to bite or break or tilt and velocity.
Yeah, I think when you look at it on the ring finger, it won't really necessarily, I don't think it had anything to do with the drop in the velocity, but when you're trying to get on top of a slide and have it snap, that's when you're going to feel that friction on that finger, the ring finger, especially a lot of pressure on the baseball on a breaking ball, and I got flat on that one. That's why Springer was able to track that one, hit that one out the Crawford boxes.
Well, of course, because he pitched last night, he's not in the lineup today. The Rangers are kind of doing the very similar thing that the Tampa Bay Rays have done. They will have an opening pitcher and then a starter come in. This is the lineup that Mike Scioscia will run out. This is game number 138. The Angels 5 under 500 at 66 and 71. Cole Calhoun will lead things off at right. David Fletcher at second. Mike Trout at center field. Andrelton Simmons will be the cleanup hitter at shortstop. Jose Miguel Fernandez at DH. Jeffrey Marte gets to start at first. Taylor Ward is at third base. Jose Briseño is behind the plate, and Eric Young Jr. batting ninth and playing left field. And it's a little odd that we've yet to see the Rangers take the field, especially since it's a bullpen piece that is going to start this ball game. But Cole, he's been hacking early, especially from that leadoff spot to start the game.
And when you think about what his career numbers are in this ballpark here in Arlington at Globe Life Park, 317 with 8 home runs and 34 RBI, whether it's a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher. Cole has really seen the ball well here and have driven the ball, especially to the gaps. Has even hit the ball out the other way here in this ballpark.
They've got a reliever making his first major league start of his career. And then Ariel Jurado, the right-hander you just saw warming up out in right field, will be the guy that follows the starting pitcher. That lineup that the Angels were running out will be taking on a 25-year-old right-hander native of Belmont, North Carolina. It's Jeffrey Springs on the mound, originally a 30th round pick in 2015 out of Appalachia State.
Yeah, fastball is going to be 89-93. He'll throw a slider. He'll throw a changeup. My go-tos to be successful against him here this evening is look fastball away. He's going to try to paint away, and he's got a good changeup, a very good swing and miss, but make sure that changeup is a strike in the strike zone. If you chase off the plate, that's when he's going to have some success.
This will be his 11th big league game, first major league start. And we'll check out the Rangers on the defensive side of things. They'll have Chua in left, DeShields in center, Mazzara is in right, Profar and Andrews on the left side of the infield, Odor and Gallo on the right, and it's Robinson Chirinos behind the plate.
And Profar back out at third. We saw what he did that last time we were here in Arlington. He turned a triple play. We'll show that a little bit later on. A 76 start at third base, 9-35 fielding percentage. So he has made some mistakes, especially on his throw across the diamond from the third base position, but he has excellent range at the hot corner.
Halos coming off the series split against the Astros. Now find themselves at 32 and 37 out on the road, and they're 2 games under 500 within the American League West division. Texas, on the other hand, behind the Angels at 60 and 77. 6 games separate these two teams in 4th and 5th place in the American League West. Cole ready to lead things off at .225 batting average, 18 home runs and 54 runs batted in. First one is foul back. Jumping on that first pitch.
Would you say that? Jumping on the first pitch?
Exactly.
And I think that's the right decision, especially when you're starting a game like this as a reliever. You're going to be more apt to be more aggressive on the first pitch, especially with your fastball. So be ready.
Springs was a starter in the minor league system last year, making 17 starts, but exclusively out of the bullpen this year between AA and AAA. 33 games, 4-4, 4.13 ERA, but could be 98 strikeouts, 19 walks, at 56 plus innings.
Yeah, he can really get you to expand the strike zone, especially with his changeup. And this might be one of those counts whether he tries a high fastball or his changeup going away.
Ahead of the count at no balls, 2 strikes. The shift is on. Going in on the hands. Very light crowd here on this Labor Day. Should be all right. Might see a smattering of some rain throughout this ball game, but overall should be an issue as far as getting this one in.
A lot better than it looked like earlier today, that's for sure.
Usually don't get a whole lot of rain this time of year here in North Texas. Another 0-2 from Springs, and he got him upstairs with a fastball, 1 down. Heard a lot about the changeup, but that was pretty good fuzz on that fastball.
Yeah, especially located well. We talked about he might go upstairs with a fastball. He did so finally on that one, and Cole unable to make contact. Pretty good bounce over the pitching rubber. Upstairs at 93.
Here's David Fletcher, 275 batting average, and he will look at a strike. Fletch 13 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 23 runs batted in. Are you a big fan of this whole opening pitcher then transitioning to the bullpen?
No.
I still don't understand the rationale behind it, nor the analytics behind it. Because what happens is if he gets in a little bit of trouble, you're going to have to exhaust another reliever to get out of that trouble, and then you go to your long guy.
And what would be the starting pitchers coming in the next inning anyhow? Why wouldn't you just start him in the first inning as compared to the second inning? And the manager is not going to change the whole lineup up because it's lefty-righty situation there.
Kind of a way to reinvent the wheel is what it seems like to me.
I mean, there's some games we saw that with the Angels earlier with the bullpen because of the starters being out, and Noe Ramirez had to start. That was because of the fact it was going to be a complete bullpen game.
Right. True meaning of a bullpen game. 1-2 to Fletcher. Talk about expanding the zone. Got him to chase there.
The pitch before was a pretty good. That was that off-speed pitch. That was his changeup. He's throwing a couple.
Another 1-2. Fletcher lifts one out to right. Mazzara has to go back a couple of steps. 2 down.
My Hyundai key for tonight for the Angels to be able to beat this Texas club and this bullpen game, little Lionel Ricci, for all night long. That means good swings throughout the entire night and quality pitching and solid defense all night long. I thought you might sing that for me.
All night long? No.
Yeah. No.
Still too early. Maybe a little bit later when we bring it back.
Yes.
Depends how the game's playing out. Trout takes downstairs.
I thought Trout might be ready to go and attack that first pitch, especially he's throwing first pitch fastball all 3 batters. Trout with great numbers against Texas in his career.
No balls and 2 strikes. Mike at 306 with 31 home runs, 63 runs batted in. '21 doubles, 4 triples, 456 on base percentage.
Fastball slider so far in the sequence. Looks like a fastball upstairs. The numbers so far against him: 275 with 2 home runs allowed. Very good as far as the secondary pitches. 192 with 1 home run.
Pretty good pitch. Doesn't get the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jerry Lane called the balls and strikes.
Fastball in. Looks like he gets that upper part of the strike zone. At least touches the upper part. Does he go back upstairs and goes a little bit higher, or does we see that changeup he has?
Anderson Simmons on deck. There's that changeup. Trout goes down. Foul tips out into the mid. 2 strikeouts in his first major league start for Jeffrey Springs. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here in Texas. 60 and 77. Shin-Soo Choo will lead things off and left. Rougned Odor is at second. Elvis Andrews, the shortstop. Nomar Mazar is in right. Adrian Beltre will DH, bat in the number 5 spot. Jurickson Profar get to start over at third base. Joey Gallo at first. Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Delano DeShields Jr. is batting 9th, playing center field. It's Matt Shoemaker making his second start of the season. That first one back on March 31st.
Yeah, it's amazing. March 31st, and the second start is here in September 3rd. My go-tos for Shoemaker to be successful here tonight against this lineup for Texas. They've been swinging the bat very well. Is use that changeup, split changeup often, and work aggressively with the fastball.
I'm sure he has been chomping at the bit to get back on a big league mound. Here's his first one. It's outside for ball 1. First pitch brought to you by Capistrano Toyota. One ball, one strike on Choo. 275 hitter with 21 home runs. 61 runs batted in. Line to center field with the shift on. Nothing Simmons could do. That would be considered an opposite field hit, which is very commonplace for Shin-Soo Choo.
And he's amongst the leaders as far as that category, letting the baseball get deep. He's always been very patient at the plate. Very comfortable hitting the ball the other way. And he's got pretty good power the other way also. 52 opposite field hits. That's the third most in the American League.
So Rougned Odor will bat with a man on. He's turned his season around, much like Cole Calhoun has. Odor, 271, 18 home runs. He's driven home 62. And Choo delivers a strike on the outside part of the plate. What are you looking at of Choo tonight? I mean, minus the pitch count stuff, because we all know that that's the case, especially for a guy coming back from injury. But are you looking at a certain number velocity-wise? Are you looking for bite on the splitter?
Bite on the splitter. See what kind of reaction you're seeing from the hitters. I want that splitter to go straight down, not that lateral movement at times when he gets underneath that splitter. And velocity on the fastball, 90-94, especially upstairs.
One ball, one strike. Odor bouncing this one foul.
He's really hit the Angels well this season. Odor hitting 370, 10 for 27. If you look, for the most part, in his career against the Angels, he has really struggled. This is a 213, but 370 this season.
Halos down in order. In the top of the first inning, Choo leading things off with a single here at the bottom of the first. That's always been one of those guys that's been deliberate on the mound, especially with guys on base. This one pops out of the glove of Briseño, and Choo will take second base. The pitcher's upstairs. See how they rule that. With the Rangers with a man in scoring position here in the first.
Yeah, a little bit of a, almost like it was expecting that pitch to come down in the strike zone, stayed above, and late reaction by Briseño to be able to try to catch that one.
Classified as a wild pitch. Count leave it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Light crowd here in Arlington. Not too many night games being played on this Labor Day. 2-2. And he got him. Down goes Odor, 1 away.
That was a good off-speed pitch right there. Stayed under control, Choo did. That's a big strikeout, especially with a man at second.
Second look at the Angels defense brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf. Looks like this with Young, Trout, and Calhoun in the outfield. Justin Upton still dealing with that concussion-type syndrome or issue that he had and suffered on Saturday night. Ward Simmons on the left side, Fletcher Marte on the right, Briseño behind the plate.
And Fletcher continues to impress in his 32nd start here tonight. 1 error so far, 25 double plays turned at second base. One of 4 different Angels to start at second base this season, but he has really settled in well. Second base position.
There's Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. Just 65 average, takes a breaking ball for a strike.
So you're seeing a good bite on a splitter, and he got Odor with, and then a slider there against Andrus. Good sign for Shu.
Bouncer toward third, backhanded, bobbled by Ward. For whatever reason, tried to turn and try to square up to that ball. I thought he was going to backhand it. It was going to be a do-or-die play anyways with Andrus going down the line. It's an infield base hit.
That would have been a long, long throw down from that spot of the infield for Taylor Ward. And towards the base. It's almost as if he was going to make sure he was going to keep it in front. The only chance you have to throw him out is going to be on the backhand and quickly throw across the diamond. Still getting acclimated to third base position.
Two on, 1 out. Nomar Mazar at the plate. 20 home runs for Mazar. 68 runs batted in. Breaking ball for a strike. Good to see Shoemaker back out on the mound. '31-year-old. Career 39 and 30 mark. 3.88 ERA. It's his 96th major league game. 88th start. 0-1. Good location. Down and in. Or down and away, I should say.
That's the type of pitch you get a ground ball double play with.
Mentioned this, a team, the Texas Rangers have swung the bats well since the break. They had 253 in the month of August. They've raked the first 2 games of September. That was against the Twins, of course. They did score 18 runs yesterday.
That'll help the numbers.
Yeah, Twins kind of tried to do that opening starter thing. Didn't work out their way. Jimenez had to come in and pitch, backup catcher in the 8th inning.
That's we're seeing that quite a bit too.
Yeah.
A lot of position players picking up some innings this season.
Yeah. I guess that's good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chu standing at second. Andrus at first. Evens up the count. Outfield shading Mazar just a tick the opposite way. .14 pitches here in the first. 1 strikeout, 2 singles allowed by Shoemaker. Just fouled it. Count remains even at 2-2. That 1 start that Shoemaker had back March 31st. Let's see Oakland A's lasted 5 2/3. Gave up 4 hits and 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. 3 runs allowed. But certainly a frustrating time for Matt Shoemaker, considering he had issues last August, thought had been taken care of, came back. Fairly clean spring training, 1 start, and then having to deal with 5 months of inactivity other than coming back and getting healthy. Mazar rips it foul, heads up Steve Buechele.
I remember talking to him a number of times in spring training, a couple of outings in Arizona. There's Buechele. And he's talking about the feel for a splitter, how good he felt coming into the start of the season for Shoemaker.
Two again. Bizarre lines went out to center field. Trout has to race back on it. He's there. He'll make the catch. Chu will tag it head to third. Andrews back to first. 2 down.
Hit well once again. Missouri going the other way. He's got good power himself. Trout able to run that one down. Gets it quickly in. Manfred Simmons to keep a force out in play at second base.
So it's Adrian Beltre at the plate. DH comes up with 2 on, 2 outs. Rangers general manager John Daniels today talking about Adrian and about the possibility of moving him at the waiver trade deadline just a couple of days ago, and there were a couple of opportunities that did present themselves. They spoke to Adrian, got a no trade clause. He decided that he wanted to stay here. He didn't want to go anywhere. He wanted to stay with this ball club, stay with the nucleus that they have here, and kind of be the mentor. I think he's going to end up obviously retiring a Ranger.
Yes. And more than likely going into the Hall of Fame as a Ranger.
He didn't necessarily reject a trade, but because the Rangers were engaged in a conversation with a potential playoff team, they at least brought it up to his attention. It's good that they did that. They honored the Hall of Famer to be, and more than likely wearing a Rangers cap going into the Hall of Fame once he gets there. At that point, whenever his career is over with. At least he spoke from the heart. I know there's some guys that would. It's been a tough season for him too. I think he would rather just finish it here and be healthy going into next year if that's a possibility.
Exactly. Then you went through a series of signs that just in case Andrus is going here to try to draw a throw to second.
0-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. Down goes Beltre. 2 strikeouts in the first for Matt Shoemaker in his return to a big league bounce. It's March 31st. We're off to the second with no score.
SoCal Toyota. Hamilton Simmons against Springs back on August 17th. Simba goes deep to left center field, home run for Hamilton Simmons. Big numbers on the road this season for Simba.
Simmons, Fernandez, and Marte. Springs back out there after a 1-2-3 and economical first, and including a couple of strikeouts in his first major league start, 11th big league appearance.
Yeah, 321 for Simba on the road this season. including 8 home runs.
No balls, 2 strikes. Angels did a .295 on the season with 9 home runs, 65 runs batted in. Line to right field. Nazar plays somewhat of a shallow right field there for the play. 1 down.
You know, off the bat, you think, okay, I got a good chance of being a gapper potentially on that swing from Simba with 2 strikes. Stay back, lines it, but Nazar right there to track it down.
Jose Miguel Fernandez at the plate. He's the Angels DH tonight.
He'll be ready on this first pitch fastball if he gets one.
When isn't he? He likes to hack early.
Especially with a fastball.
It's the old phrase, if you don't hack, you will go back.
Yes.
Takes a bender in there for a strike. 17th big league game for Fernandez. And he'll pull this one down the line. Hits the bag and into shallow right field. A base hit for Fernandez. Unfortunately hit the bag. Otherwise, Fernandez potentially has a double.
They're squaring up the baseball, and there's also squaring up the bag at first base, and that's exactly what he did.
Whatever works, right?
Yes. That's a big target at first base. You never know if you get it by Gallo at first. Ball was hit hard by Fernandez, though. Ball was hit hard, right in the middle of the base.
Springs will work from the stretch for the first time. He'll face Jeffrey Marte, the Angels' first baseman tonight. Jeffrey hitting .209, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. As a matter of fact, a total of 11 extra base hits this season. Off speed pitch, that changeup, very devastating. We've talked about the issues the Angels have had against left-handed pitching, and all of a sudden you're seeing a guy for the first time ever, and on top of that, he's got a plus changeup.
Yeah, you got to make sure your mindset has to be, I got to use the middle of the field or the other way. Don't go up there trying to pull Springs, especially as a right-handed batter. You have to think middle of the field and adjust in if you have to.
Jurado's ready to go if necessary. Angels face him the last time we were here in Arlington, which seems just like yesterday.
Back to Houston again in about a week or so also.
Missed inside. And a 3-1 count on Marte. Single by Fernandez. Scoreless here in the second. Often we've talked about the great stories about late round picks getting to the big leagues. Springs one of those guys at 30th round selection out of a small school, especially at small baseball schools. They check in on Fernandez, Appalachian State.
Pretty good football program. Had a tough one against Penn State.
Doubt they were going to win it. Here's the 3-1 to Marte. He'll pull this one out to left field, hit well. Shin-Soo Choo racing back toward the corner, not going to get there. Falls in there, gets away from him. Fernandez going to be stopped at third. It's a double for Jeffrey Marte on a ball that just continued to float away from Shin-Soo Choo.
Yeah, first hit it. That doesn't go off the wall. That Choo has a chance of running that one down. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast. 3-1 pitch, fastball, middle of the plate, elevated enough. It looked like Jeffrey, the way he reacted, thought he missed it. And Chu, unable to run that one down, gets to the wall. Second and third, picks up a double for Marte, 6th of the season.
Infield back in normal depth with 1 out. Taylor Ward will look at his strike. Angels third baseman hitting .207. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 6 runs batted in.
Picked up that first major league home run here in this yard. Now just looking for, at the very least, a sacrifice fly.
0-1 upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Even looks like with the middle infielders set up the way they are, even a ground ball to an infield, the middle infielder, you're going to score a run. The only play they'll probably make towards the plate if it's hit the Gallo at first.
So don't hit it to Gallo at first.
No.
Whatever you do. And avoid the pitcher too.
Yes.
1-1.
And we remember last time with the guys on base, this is avoid Profar at third base if you can.
Doug Brocale going out to pay a visit. Let's go back and revisit that first major league home run for Taylor Ward.
Yeah, real good swing for Taylor back on August 18th. Pitched down, went down and got it and lifted it out to left center field by that 404 sign, thinking he's going to get some high fives after a swing like that. That's big boy territory, over 400 feet. Looking around for some friends. Where are they? Somebody. Sosha. Well, where's my friends? Where's my teammates? Shohei Ohtani. Where are you? There you are. Way to go. Did you do something good? You did. Congratulations with your first major league home run. The silent treatment.
Long visit by Brocale. It's broken up. There's a different reliever now warming up in the pen. Therein lies the problem of this opening starter bit. Because Jurado, the guy who was scheduled to start or would be the normal starter, started throwing about 30 minutes ago. But because you're in this situation, now you got to get another reliever warmed up before you bring Jurado in, because you want him to start an inning as a clean inning. 3-1. Ward pops it up. Not deep enough. Odor calling for it. 2 down. So it'll be up to Jose Briseño.
So now you have Jurado getting up what will be 3 times before he even gets into the game.
Also that a starter, a normal starter, only has to face the top of the order maybe 2 times at most. Well, maybe if you have the starter in the minor leagues actually pitch to the 6th or 7th inning and get good at it, you don't have to worry about limiting how many times he faces the top of the orders. Briseño hacks and swings and misses on that. And Fernandez read that as a foul ball. Chirinos missed it. No balls and a strike.
Odd play here. Way out in front, just flat out missed it. Chirinos, he's had a tough time throwing out base stealers this season. There, just took his eye off the baseball.
That's just a bad base running on the part of Fernandez. Anytime you're third base, you're taking a secondary lead. You see a ball get by a catcher, you got a chance to score. Go.
Yeah.
Until the umpire calls foul ball.
Especially with 2 outs, you're more apt to take a little bit more of a chance than it would be with no outs.
0-1 count. Quick conversation with Chirinos. I wonder if that was a cross-up.
You would think. You would hope.
Or at least Chirinos is playing it off as such.
Yeah, catcher's been known to do that. I've had a few. They'll remain nameless, though.
Oh, I know who they are. 0-1. 0-2. That's 91 right over the heart of the plate. .280 average for Briseño. 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in. And he'll chase the breaking ball. And the Angels get 2 in scoring position, leave them stranded. We're headed to the bottom of the second with no score. For as low as $8 per seat, call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/groups for more details. No score, bottom of the second. Matt Shoemaker pitched a scoreless first inning. Worked around 2 base runners, 1 in scoring position. Ended up picking up a couple of strikeouts. He'll face Profar, Gallo, and Chirinos for Texas here in the second inning. Profar always likes to swing early, fouls it back. Third baseman hitting .260, 15 home runs, 69 runs batted in.
Pretty good hack at a fastball first pitch.
Way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Another fastball. You look at his numbers versus the fastball this season, especially the power numbers for Profar. 288, 8 home runs. Is 232 versus Shoemaker's secondary pitch with 4 home runs. So Shoe trying to work ahead and then try to finish him off with a splitter.
Lined and gloved by Simmons, who was shading him up the middle. One away.
Or get him a line drive out on a splitter.
Yeah, I don't. You got to show me where that shows up on the scouting report as one of the options.
Well, now that batting average below 232 on a secondary pitch. Exactly the way he had him set up.
If you throw this pitch in this situation,
yeah,
you'll get him to line out to the shortstop who's shading up the middle.
It's pitching to your defense.
That's it. That's overrated nowadays, apparently, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a swing and miss.
There's Joey Gallo, first baseman. Last time the Angels were here, he was playing some left field. 207 batting average, 34 home runs and 78 RBIs. Two balls, no strikes.
He's put himself in a fastball count numbers against Shoemaker in his career versus his fastball. 296 with 52 home runs, but when he has a chance, mixing those secondary pitches, 221 his entire career. 41 home runs allowed for Shoemaker with those secondary pitches.
Reaching for, flips one out to Cole. 2 down.
Secondary pitches working out.
Yeah.
Another out with it.
Well, especially that guy at the plate, Gallo, strong enough to hit the ball out of any ballpark.
Even with a broken bat, he can hit it out.
2 outs, nobody on. Robinson Chirinos, the batter. Shoemaker's first one is downstairs. Robinson hitting .218, 17 home runs, 58 RBIs. One ball and strike.
Big time power numbers this season for Chirinos, but a lot of swing and misses also.
Top part of the zone. Chirinos looking back at Jerry Lane saying, that's kind of like the one we threw to Trout. Don't be afraid.
Just touching that upper part of the strike zone.
Chirinos drives one out to center. Trout near the track, hauls it in, stays in the yard. A 1-2-3 second inning for Matt Shoemaker. We're headed to the third with no score. A 3-game set between the Angels and the Texas Rangers. We will be off tomorrow night. This game will be found on FS1 tomorrow night and back with you on Wednesday on Fox Sports West. This is Ariel Jurado, the normal starter. I don't know what they use as far as terminology is concerned, but it doesn't matter either way. This will be his 8th Major League appearance. So far this year, he's 2-4 with a 6.69 ERA. And Gooby's not really a strikeout pitcher. Doesn't walk a ton of guys, but it seems like he gives up a lot of hits.
Yeah, he throws a lot of fastballs too, and it's a pretty good fastball with movement, especially his sink action. 91, 94 with a slider, curveball, and changeup. I almost feel like I should put my go-tos to Jurado because he'd normally be a starter. But I think you got to look and track fastballs against him. There was a high percentage of fastballs.
Halo's heading up 9-1-2 in Young, Calhoun, and Fletcher. Springs, by the way, got the start. Went 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. The rest zeros. UI hitting .222. Starting in left field tonight. Behind in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Trinos is able to frame that. That was pretty close to a strike.
Missed hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Got to reach for a little dribbler right side. Flipped over to first by Odor. 1 down.
Cole Calhoun coming to the plate. Let's take a look at our Kia drive to success. Best OPS differential since the All-Star break. Cole Calhoun plus 373 increase. That leads the majors in that category. Rougned Odor also 316 increase, 4th best in the majors in that period of time since the All-Star break. On-base percentage plus slugging percentage. And Cole has been very, very good, pretty consistent since the All-Star break. Look at those numbers. First 50 games, batting average, home runs, RBI. The difference in the next 64 as far as the power numbers, slugging percentage.
Bounce it to Gallo. He comes charging in. It's fair ball. Takes it himself. 2 outs. David 0 for 1. He had a fly ball to Mazzara at right field in the first inning.
You're going to see a lot of fastballs from him.
Last appearance for Hirano was against the Dodgers on August 28th. 2 2/3 and now, and this one's rolled foul. Halos faced him on August 16th. Got a no decision. Went 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, 9 hits.
Some happy Angel fans here at the ballpark.
Bouncer right back to the mound. Hirano comes in. Has himself a 1-2 3/3. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the inning.
Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit PetBuyNS.com. And by Purple Bricks. You could save thousands when selling your home. Go to PurpleBricks.com.
No score. It's the bottom of the 3rd. Opener of a 3-game set between the Angels and the Rangers. 9-1-2 coming up for Texas to face Matt Shoemaker. Second start of the season. Shut down after March 31st. And finally back on the bump. He's gone 2 scoreless so far, coming off a 1-2-3 second. He's picked up a couple of strikeouts and he allowed 2 hits. DeShields a center fielder. Lead things off. Delano, very good speed. Last time the Angels were in town, DeShields got a fastball on the hands from Ty Buttry, trying to bunt his way on. It was actually a foul ball. Stayed in the game briefly and then had to come out and then missed the next game with Carlos Tocci replacing him.
Butcher's debut here also in Texas.
0-2 offering. This is out to right. Cole drifting over. 1 down. Oh, we talked a lot about it in the pregame show about Matt Shoemaker and the importance of making not only tonight's start, coming out of it unscathed, but also making 3 more starts perhaps. It depends on how it works out based on the rotation and the off days, but the 3-4 starts perhaps over the next 4 weeks or thereabouts, or less than 4 weeks now, because the season ends 4 weeks from yesterday. But kind of give the organization somewhat of a gauge as to his health going into the offseason. And I know a lot of folks are not overly thrilled, or weren't overly thrilled from Shohei's standpoint of seeing him on the mound.
Yeah, but you have to know.
You have to find out. You've got to develop a plan going into the offseason, so that all of a sudden you get to January, February, and you're not surprised with, oh, wait a second, the hot stove is over, and now we've got to reevaluate the overall game plan because now we're short 1 or 2 guys or 3 guys. Who knows?
And we talked about depth. You remember even the season special, we did the depth in the starting rotation potentially. It's been used completely this season. You want to make sure you have enough starters that you can go to in that 4th and 5th spot, but you also got to think in terms of how does this club improve as far as getting maybe another starter or 2 that's not in the organization.
Yep.
That's important for the organization right now to see what Matt Shoemaker and Shohei Ohtani can do the rest of this season as they go forward to 2019 as far as the rotation.
Shoemaker arbitration eligible for the first time coming up this offseason. The Angels have 3 more years of control. And of course with Shohei, you've got 5 more seasons of control after this year. It starts by year for Shoemaker, limited to 14 last year. So pivotal. 2014, Garrett Richards went down.
16-game winner. And a great start in the postseason.
3-1. Chu takes a strike. Delayed call by Jerry Lane. Full count.
Was in the conversation as far as rookie of the year.
Yeah. And deservedly so.
Yeah.
Chu 1 for 1 with a base hit in the first. 3-2 pitch. Tied him up and rolls a foul off of his body.
That is a real good fastball there from Shoemaker, especially after a splitter before that. The stride out in front and right off the shin area. Even with that protective guard, looked like it might have been just slightly above it. I'm going to have that too for Chu. He's got a pretty long stride.
Odor on deck, another 3-2, and it's a walk. First one issued by Shoemaker. So Chu's been on board twice. Here comes Rougned Odor, who struck out in the first.
It's not unusual for Chu too to pick up a walk. 3rd in the American League, behind Trout as far as walks. 83rd walk of the season. And Odor, 319 his last 47 games with 14 home runs, slugging percentage 626 for Odor.
Hit toward short, should be 2. Simple will take it himself. 3 complete in Arlington, and we remain scoreless.
look at our Old Dominion bringing his best, and Trout has brought his best against Texas in his career. 337 batting average with 25 home runs, 86 RBI, and he scored 103 runs. That's out covering 124 games against the Texas Rangers for Mike Trout.
Those 103 runs, the most against any opponent, which makes sense since you're within the division. Also talk so much about Nelson Cruz and how many home runs he's hit against the Angels. He's played a lot of games against the Angels, both with Texas and Seattle. Trout leading things off here in the fourth inning. He struck out against Springs in the first inning. Ariel Hirano, a 1-2-3 third. He'll face Trout, Simmons, and Fernandez this fourth. 1-1.
You think it's a pretty good matchup for Trout. Hirano throws a lot of two-seam fastballs. Even his slider. Trout's got good numbers against those two pitches.
This is back up the middle. A leadoff single. Third hit for the Angels tonight. First one that comes from a leadoff man to start a frame.
Right back up the middle. Another one of his fastballs ready for it. Didn't have sink action, stayed upstairs. He lines it right back up the middle. Now, Trout hasn't attempted a stolen base since coming back from the disabled list, but we mentioned earlier, Torinos has really had a tough time throwing out base runners this season, only 11%. He's given up 48 stolen bases against him.
Sambo drives one out to center field. DeShields moving back on it. It's going to stay in the yard. Makes the catch, one down. Squared up nicely, but seems like the ball dying out there.
Down so far.
A swirling wind, perhaps. Long, loud out. Trout back to first. Fernandez now at the plate.
Even the route the Shields took initially on the baseball, he thought he was going to have to get back to the warning track in the wall. And he got knocked down. Get it out. Looks like you're going to have to hit it on the line.
Fernandez a single off the first base bag in the second.
Still that scouting report against Fernandez. If you're throwing him a fastball, throw it inside or off the plate in. A lot of times as a pitcher, especially a sinker ball type pitcher, that ball will run out over the plate. If Fernandez can get the barrel of the bat and hit that a long way.
One ball, one strike. Fernandez, 30-year-old, native of Cuba. What a fantastic season he had for the Angels at AAA. 2-1, hit .333 with the Bees, .931 OPS, 17 home runs and 59 runs batted in. Good pickup by Billy Epler this offseason.
They account for some movement here.
Two-one, lays off, and it misses downstairs. 3-1 with Marte on deck.
3 straight all-speed pitches. Hirano, when you look at his numbers, what hitters have done against him this season on his fastball, they've had success. 333 with 3 home runs, 250 versus his secondary pitch with 3 home runs. So this is a fastball count.
Hirano, like Jaime Barria, native of Panama. 22 years of age. Fernandez bounces this one foul. Full count. Now you'd expect Trout to be on the move for sure, right? One out, the full
He'll get
count.
a good jump, especially a sinker baller. It's not an easy pitch to catch and throw behind the plate, even if there's no contact made.
Trout takes off. Swing and a miss. A throw down to second. And we're talking interference at the plate. Fernandez is out. On the strikeout, they're calling Trout out at second base as Fernandez fell across home and impeded the throw of Chirinos. That is going to do it for the Angels here in the fourth inning. And at the bottom of the fourth, we remain scoreless.
Yeah, off balance on that changeup going away. And that's what you're taught to do.
Fun pack for only $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more information regarding the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack, go to angels.com/fun pack. The funnest pack of all.
Oh, absolutely fun.
Elvis Andrus to lead things off at the bottom of the fourth inning with no score. Elvis, a base hit in the first inning, is 1 for 1. He just fouls it off. No balls and a strike. Shoemaker, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed in his return. Bouncer to third. Taylor Ward's got it. And somehow Marte kept the foot on his base. 1 down. George Baker, the umpire, making the call at first.
Looks like the Rangers are taking a look to make sure that Marte kept the foot on the base. The low throw. Looks like he was able to do so. Sometimes when you have all that extra time as a third baseman, that's the kind of throws you get. Better off just getting that baseball, put yourself under control, and a quick throw over as if you had a runner going down there. It's going to be a close play.
Mazar with a fly ball to center field. The first is 0 for 1. Two balls, no strikes. I've seen a couple of hacks from Bizarre where it's squared up the baseball. That would lead you to believe that some pretty late movement for Shoemaker.
And pretty good deception, hiding the baseball well. Showed enough on his fastball. You have to respect that at the plate. And then late break, whether it's a splitter or slider so far, has been solid.
Oh, pop up out to shallow center field. Long run for Simmons, and Trout calls him off, makes the catch, 2 down.
Good pitch there too, and so far in this evening for Matt Shoemaker, a lot of good pitches thrown in his first start since March 31st. Nasty splitter against Odor, gets a swing and miss. Then another all-speed pitch out in front by Mazzara, followed by out in front again on another all-speed pitch to right field, and then gets a fastball there, ground ball, double play, 6-3 turn. Then here runs a fastball on the hands and jams Mazzara, a very good fastball hitter. But Shoemaker, good life on that fastball, like we talked about in go-tos, upstairs with a fastball.
Beltre will look at a strike. He went down looking in the first.
.344 career hits. Picked up the first hit. It's a Halos quite a few years ago, 1998.
Reaching for it, shoots it out to center. Trout's got to go back. Shoemaker has himself a 1-2-3 fourth. Second time tonight he's retired. The side in order.
California Toyota dealers. By City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
Top of the fifth, we're scoreless here in Arlington, the opener of a 3-game set. The rain so far has stayed away. We started on time, so that's a good thing. Marte, Ward, and Briseño for the Angels here in the fifth. Against Ariel Jurado. This will be his 3rd inning of work. One ball, no strikes. Marte had a double in the 2nd inning. Stranded at scoring position, 6th double of the year. Two balls, no strikes. In case you're wondering, the play that ended the Angels' 4th inning, the strikeout of Fernandez and the batter's interference with Trout being called out at second, it goes down as a almost like a catcher's interference, a 2 unassisted and no caught stealing against Trout.
And because Trout right now is in the top 5 as far as stolen base success percentage. And falling across the plate as a catcher, you got to be able to have a path to be able to throw. Right away called, or Jerry Lane called him out. Sometimes they can put you back at first base. That one called out.
Three balls, 1 strike on Jeffrey. Out toward right center field, Mazzara. underneath it. Well, down. Here's Taylor Ward. It popped out with runners at second and third in the second inning.
Quite a few fastballs once again, 2 in a row here. Rado versus Taylor Ward. Got pretty good late life on his fastball, though.
It doesn't seem overwhelming. I mean, you look at a radar gun rating, it's like, you know, today's day and age, not that big a deal. But late life is always good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good hack.
That's exactly what you want to get as far as the fastball there. That didn't have that sink movement. Right out over the middle part of the plate, fouled it straight back.
Fouled off to the right, so a little battle here between Rado and Taylor Ward.
You see the approach that Taylor Ward has. He's trying to let that baseball get a little bit deeper in the strike zone, hit it back up the middle or the other way.
Cued. This would foul with the dugout. Oh, there's the boomstick, Gooby.
Oh, yes.
Where's Patrick O'Neill? It's
Where's
his turn,
Patrick?
right?
It is his turn.
Ken French has killed that thing.
Yes.
Calling patio.
Patio.
Jammed and flared over to Gallo. Oh, stumbles there at the edge of the grass. Should be all right. 2 down.
So you're pointing around by that dirt and grass area. Rain throughout the day. Not like it was the last time we were here with the rain we had that one game.
Briseño struck out his first at bat, but falls behind here. 0-1. Down the line foul just behind Dino Ebel. No balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless here in the 5th. 3 hits for the Angels, 2 for Texas. Shoemaker's done a nice job so far through his first 4. Upstairs. Over toward third foul. Look at that. Everybody cutting it up. Everyone's happy. The family content. Patrick O'Neill.
Patrick.
That thing is calling your name.
Sharing
is caring.
Yes.
Be great if Patrick just showed up over there with a plate.
Can I have some, please?
Briseno hits one towards second. Odor nabs it in the air, and the Angels are down in order here in the fifth. Still scoreless. We head to the bottom of the inning.
Yummy.
Good.
Ram trucks. There's a Profar doing the best for being a pitcher's best friend here. He lined one hopper, able to dive and make the play. Steps on the base, applies the tag to Taylor Ward as he went off the base for the second out. Force out of third, and then throw back across the diamond to second to pull off a triple play. David Fletcher not even involved in it. He hit that baseball that hard, didn't even make it down to first base on the triple play.
Profar to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Still no score. Profar, Gallo, and Chirino 6, 7, and 8. Shoemaker 4 innings, 2 hits, both in the first inning, 2 strikeouts also in the first, and 1 walk. Breaking ball for a strike. Profar lined down to Andrelton Simmons leading off the second.
Everyone always says a double play is a pitcher's best friend. I always said triple play was much better.
Did you ever get close to throwing one?
No.
No.
I certainly had enough base runners, but never got a triple play.
You being the ground ball machine that you were. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Especially we think with the AstroTurf back in the day, we on the third baseman quickly have a shot at it. That play at second's a little bit different now. We have a little more time at second than you did then, though.
You don't have anybody bearing down on you anymore.
Yes.
Good call. 1-1. Willie Randolph definitely would have had a fair shot at turning a triple play with Hal McCrae bearing down on him, putting him out in left field.
That was one of those, talk about got to be in the vicinity of second base. That wasn't even the vicinity of the ballpark almost.
2-1. Pulled foul. Evens up the count. Taylor Cole getting ready. She has been very economical. Just 53 pitches so far, 36 strikes. Two. Out to center. Trout racing back and reach up at the last second, make the catch.
Boy, did he have a good jump on that one. That ball was squared up by Profar. Trout has really done a nice job. He talked about it all winter long in the spring training, taking better routes. That's a difficult one for a center fielder. One straight over your head. He's able to run back to that just in front of the warning track. to run that one down to get that all important first out. Trout's been busy, 3 straight his way, 5th so far tonight for Trout in center.
Gallo lifted one out to right field in his first at bat. Misses down and away. Good off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very muggy day and night here in Texas. See the different color on Shoemaker's jersey.
Just warming up in the bullpen before the game will get your jersey looking like that.
Break the ball on the outside part of the plate, misses. 2-1. Lifting this one out to left center. Tailing back toward Eric Young Jr., 2 down. And again, staying away from the power of Joey Gallo. He's used the big part of the ballpark nicely tonight, and I'm talking about Shoemaker.
Yeah, quite a few fly ball outs for Shoe. Nine fly ball outs.
Bases clear, 2 outs. Robinson Chirinos at the plate. He drove one out toward the warning track at center field to end the second.
And that was an 0-2 slider that didn't quite get down exactly where Shoe wanted to throw it. Much better slider there.
.130 strikeouts this season for Chirinos. 3rd on the team behind Gallo, who leads 177, and Shin-Soo Choo 136.
Good to see on pitch number 60 for Shoemaker, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Mike Scioscia was talking that with Patrick O'Neill earlier today about the fact that he's like with the velocity he's had on this fastball. His rehab assignment.
1-2 count. Halos in the 6th inning have 9, 1 and 2 coming up. Young, Calhoun, and Fletcher. Jurado going back out for his 4th inning of work.
Looked like Briseno wanted Shoemaker to throw his splitter. So you basically stay in your lane right towards me. Trust me.
1-2. Down goes Chirinos. A 1-2-3 5th inning. 3rd strikeout of the game for Shoemaker, perhaps his last.
What a good splitter, and it was a great job by Briseno telling him to stay back, stay in that lane, and finish off with a great split. He does. Punch out for Shoe. Play brought to you by Arco. That's Shoemaker. Dealt tonight. That is our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Splitter looks like a strike. Ends it out of the strike zone for a swing and miss. Shuku Kachu is back tonight. Very good as far as overall line. 3 strikeouts, 62 pitches.
Young 0 for 1. He grounded out in the 3rd. Got an off-speed pitch. Toronto 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks. Down and away. Back-to-back changeups. 1 ball, 1 strike. Houston won earlier today against Minnesota, 4-1. Oakland beat New York 6-3 in that one at the Coliseum. Big crowd at the Coliseum.
What, over 40,000.
2-1 now. Seattle, they just started. They're in the top of the 2nd, hosting the Orioles tonight. Houston has a 2.5 game lead on the Athletics. It's a shot past Profar in the left field, a leadoff single for EY.
What a good piece of hitting by EY Jr. Staying back, lines it the other way. This baseball get a little bit deeper in the strike zone. Didn't try to lift it as far as a fly ball. Stay back and a line drive. What a swing. Gets it by Profar for a base hit, leadoff hit. Shift on in the infield once again for the Rangers. Keep in mind, Eric Young Jr. can run well.
Cole drives one out to left center field, hit well. Chasing it down as DeShields near the wall. He will make the catch, bangs into the fence and gets it back in, 1 down.
Well, you can't hit a baseball any better than Cole did on that one. The other way towards a 404 sign in left center field. Shields has that great coverage. He's kind of shading Cole to pull. He's able to track that one down, knowing he's going to make contact with the wall. Does and hangs on to it. What a play by DeShields on Cole Calhoun.
Young back to first, 1 out. David Fletcher at the plate. 0 for 2 so far. Fly ball to right and a bouncer back to the mound.
Rangers sensing some type of action here, hit and run or a straight steal. Especially for a batter at the plate like David Fletcher, who handles the bat so well, puts it in play.
Outfield shallow all the way around. No balls at a strike. Give you some of the scores. Tampa Bay leading Toronto 7-1. Third at first base. EY's back. Tampa Bay, if they hold on, will be 11 games over 500. They're just 2.5 back of the Seattle Mariners. Out to center. DeShields has to come in on it. 2 down. So to bring up Trout for the man on.
Feels like Trout's going to be ready on this first pitch if it's a fastball.
Mike had a base hit in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 4 hits for the Halos, 2 for Texas. Looks like Shoemaker's night has come to an end with action continuing in the Halos pen.
Excellent outing for Shoemaker tonight, though. Very positive.
One zero.
I'd sure like to be in line to pick up a W here if Trout can do some damage.
Looks like it'll be Taylor Cole. The bottom of the 6th inning. 9-1-2 coming up for Texas to Shields, Shu, and Odor. Base hit that Trout had in his last plate appearance. It was single up the middle against Hirano. 3-0. I think he'd rather face Simmons than Trout right now.
Should I even ask you here? 3-0 count?
I'm sorry, did you say something? I didn't hear you. Slim and Nunn. And Nunn has left town.
Yeah. I think he liked that pitch right there, 3-1 though.
Think he might get it?
No. I think it's something away. Like way away. Like
There's
that.
Ball 4.
Just slightly away.
I never understood, you know, Trout doesn't swing on 3-0. Why, if you're not trying to pitch to him anyways, why throw the strike?
Yeah.
Why not just save the one pitch?
Yeah, do you think he's okay? Maybe he's going to be over anxious.
Exactly.
He doesn't chase.
Very rarely, if at all.
Yep.
Simmons 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of fly ball outs. 2 men on.
Is that 108 walks now?
Sounds right.
Amazing. On base twice already tonight.
Simba takes down and in. Second time tonight the Angels have had multiple base runners on board. They had that situation back in the second with 1 out. Could not capitalize. One ball, no strikes. No score. Top of the 6th. That one caught the bottom part of the zone.
Mixed in some pretty decent changeups tonight.
Simba hits one out to center. The Shields moving to his left is there. Nothing out of it for the Halos. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Looks like a new pitcher coming on for the Angels, replacing Matt Shoemaker, still with no score.
Little buddy, pick it up.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the Western Bacon Cheeseburger is calling your name, little buddy. Pick it up.
No score here in the open of this three-game set between the Angels and the Texas Rangers. Matt Shoemaker's night comes to an end after 5 innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, no runs. And Mike Scioscia hands the ball off to Taylor Cole, 0-2 with a 3.63 earned run average. This will be Taylor's 12th big league game. He has made 2 starts for the Angels, 22 and a third innings, 25 strikeouts, and 8 walks. And he's going to face the 9-1-2 part of the order for Jeff Bannister's lineup.
Yeah, you get that fastball 92, 96. He's got that good power changeup, slider, and curve.
The Shields a fly ball to right field leading off the 3rd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Pitch missed inside. Terrific outing for Shoemaker. First start in the big league since March 31st, just his 2nd start of the season. Two 2-0.
Especially with the speed of the Shields at the plate. You want to make sure you get him to swing the bat, put it in play, get that ground ball.
Bouncer to 3rd. Ward's there. 1 down.
Let's take a look at our Subway League leaders and what the Rangers have done since the All-Star break. 1st in runs, on base percentage 2nd, slugging percentage 2nd, home runs with 61, 4th in batting average 5th. And swinging the bat very well. That's why it's so impressive what we saw from Matt Shoemaker the first 5 shutout innings against this very powerful offense for Texas, including scoring 18 runs yesterday.
Chu on board twice, single to the 1st, walked to the 3rd. Out to left field, toward the corner. Slashing away from Young, he will track it down. 2 down. Two quick outs for Taylor here in the 6th inning, and Rougned Odor coming to the plate.
It's the 10th fly ball out hit by the Rangers today.
Odor struck out in the 1st inning, hit into a 6-3 double play. And that was into 3rd. Takes a strike. A good fastball upstairs.
Tied him up. 94. That used to be a spot where you can get Odor with the fastball, is that up and in. He's made a pretty good adjustment during this stretch. His last 47 games or so for Odor.
Bouncing that one. Left-hander Curtis getting ready. Pretty good outing for Gerardo.
Very good. Mix in a few more change-ups and breaking balls.
One, 2 from Taylor. And it looked like he went around, and he did. A 1-2-3 6th inning for Taylor Cole.
Yeah, good spot on that breaking ball for Taylor Cole. Out of the bullpen, solid 1 inning so far, still tied at 0. T-Mobile. Bryce Harper, the Nationals down by 2 in the 9th with 1 out, 3-1 count, but it's not down anymore. He ties it up with a 2-run home run, and then in the 10th, a walk-off sacrifice fly for Bryce Harper and the Nationals. They beat the Cardinals, and the Cardinals have been playing very well of late, but the Nationals come back and win that with 2 in the 9th, 1 in the 10th to walk off. Bryce Harper, 2 great swings, back-to-back innings.
Making some late season noise. He'll be a free agent in the offseason, that Bryce Harper guy.
Yeah.
Zach Curtis takes over here. This will be his 9th appearance. Waiver claim from the Philadelphia Phillies. It was on the 7th of August. Those are his numbers combined with Texas and Philadelphia. 2nd appearance is joining the Rangers. First one's outside.
Some outstanding Harry he's got working right there.
That is some flow. You would know about flow, bro.
And you are a poet.
Didn't even know it. Fernandez 1 for 2. Come on, you've heard these before, haven't you? Come on, this isn't your first go around.
It is.
Well, welcome. Hirano, by the way, 4 innings. No runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Gave up 2 hits. There's action in the bullpen for Texas. It might just be a matchup situation. Marte and Ward to follow after Fernandez. Two on pitch. Oh, a little jam shot, singled into center field. Leadoff man is on board for the Angels.
2nd hit of the evening for Fernandez.
They bring up Jeffrey, who's 1 for 2.
Inside part of the plate, went back up the middle. Didn't quite get the barrel of the bat on it, but hit it well enough to pick up a 2nd hit. A couple hits last night, 2 tonight.
Double that Jeffrey hit in the 2nd inning, his 6th of the year. Way upstairs, Chirinos can't catch it. That's a wild pitch. Angels have a man in scoring position.
And wanting this pitch on the inside part of the plate and lower part of the zone, well over his head.
Curtis, 26-year-old. Originally in the Diamondback system. 6th round pick in 2014. He's pitched in the big leagues. In Arizona, Seattle, Philadelphia, now Texas. All brief stops. One ball, 1 strike. 6th round pick out of Middle Tennessee State University. 3rd time he has thrown a wild pitch in the big leagues. Halos tonight 0 for 3 with men in scoring position. 1-1. 1-2.
Very important at bat here for Marte at the very least. Get Fernandez over to 3rd base in this scoreless tie here into the 6th, 7th inning, I should say now.
Taylor Ward on deck. Briseño after that. Base hit by Fernandez, his 2nd, the 5th for the Angels tonight. There's the 1-2. Marte pulls it foul. Pitch down and in. That'll wake up some of the guys on the railing. Hello, Paul Sorrento. Hopefully you're stretched.
Smile on his face. Said, yeah, I got out of the way of that one.
And on the hands once again. Not a big lead for Fernandez at second. Jeffrey fouls it off.
The follow through.
Make sure you don't hit the liner back up the middle.
Yeah. That's a screen.
He uses that Wella balsam shampoo back in the day.
And why wouldn't he?
Oh, man. 1-2.
Went
fouls it back.
Well, from poetry to that. About ready to call you Robert Frost after a while.
Oh, man. Was that the shampoo commercial? The and so on and so on and so on. Was that Wella balsam or was that something else? Like Cheryl Ladd, was it? Cheryl
Yeah.
Ladd?
That's what you use, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have any hair, man.
Keep it tight.
It's more about the scalp. Out to center. Not deep enough to advance Fernandez. One down. Got him on an off-speed pitch. Here comes Taylor Ward.
Take a look at our StatCast AI, brought to you by, empowered by AWS. That route that DeShields was able to take, the distance covered, a little over 100 feet, 101. Catch probability is 46%, but what a route he took to be able to run that one down, covered 101 feet. Be able to make that nice play.
Taylor drives one out toward left. Shinsuchu turns around. That is gone. Big fly for Taylor Ward. The Angels have a 2-0 lead.
I think Taylor Ward likes hitting big flies in this ballpark. Not going to be able to cover that much distance to be able to bring that one back as it goes into the stands for Taylor Ward. Third home run, now 8 RBI on the season. He's got that foot down, he clears the hip, barrel the bat. This goes a long way. The timing perfect on that swing for Taylor Ward. Well out left center field.
Scoreless tie snapped here in the 7th. A 2-run shot with 1 out. Here's Briseño. Jose 0 for 2. A strikeout in the 2nd. Popped out in the 5th. Spanning the zone. No balls and a strike.
Couple high fastballs, both at 92.
Briseño swings and misses. The ball gets by Chirinos, and Jose will reach on that wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning for Curtis.
Slider in the dirt, turned the glove the wrong way. Chirinos has got underneath the legs, allows Jose Briseño to be able to get on base.
Here comes Jeff Bannister. Looks like it's going to be it for Curtis. Eric Young Jr. coming to the plate. 2 runs in so far for the Angels here in the 7th on the Taylor Ward home run. A pitching change. 2-0 Angels. Take on the Seattle Mariners at night at 7:07. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call while supplies last. For more information on Ducks Night, go to angels.com/promotions. Connor Sadzik, right-hander, takes over on the mound for Curtis. And he'll do so with 1 out and man at first base, facing Eric Young Jr. This will be Sadzik's second big league appearance. Made his debut on Saturday against the Twins. 1/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout. 11th round pick of the Rangers in 2011 out of Howard College. That's in Big Spring, Texas. He's a tall drink of water. 6'7" is what he's listed at. Taylor Ward giving the Angels a 2-0 lead here in the 7th inning. EY 1 for 2 at a base hit in the 6th.
They've had some tall pitchers over the years, the Rangers. Was it Cameron
Lowe.
Cameron Lowe, was it 6'8", 6'9"?
Yep.
Chris Young?
Yep.
He was about 6'10".
And Young came over. I think pitched in the big leagues here originally. Came over from a different organization, if memory serves. This one back up the middle, off the spikes of Sadzik, and he'll get EY for out number 2. Ending up at second base is Briseño. I remember Cameron Lowe. I want to say it was in Anaheim. Vladdy hit a ball off his head and stayed in the game.
He's a SoCal product, as I remember.
Top of the order now at Calhoun.
Rangers putting the shift on again against Cole.
Calhoun 0 for 3. Strikeout. Ground ball to first and a fly ball to center. 2-0 Angels. We're in the 7th. 0-1. Good ball in the dirt. Blocked by Chirinos. Briseño better hustle back. A nice play by Andrews on that ball. Sadzik, by the way, 35 games between or at AAA this year. 5-3 at 3.61 ERA. 53 strikeouts, 17 walks at 42 plus innings. Do you remember Troy Neal at all? Does that sound familiar?
Trying to think. No.
I'm just trying to look at some of the big leaguers that went to Howard College in Big Spring. Brandon Clausen. Not too many big names. Two on. 3-1. Fletcher on deck. By the way, it was Fabergé organic shampoo that was that commercial.
Oh, Fabergé.
And it was Heather Locklear, not Cheryl Lett, that commercial. Just did some research while we were at the break. I forgot to mention it to you.
Way to go.
3-1. There's a walk. 2 on, 2 outs here in the 7th.
Fabergé.
Yes.
Second baseman David Fletcher.
Fletcher 0 for 3. A couple of fly ball outs and a bouncer back to the mound. He's got 2 on with 2 outs.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
1 ball, no strikes. Very close pitch too at 97, bottom part of the zone. 2-0. Trout on deck.
Exact same spot. Could have easily called that one a strike.
Fletcher, the 7th man to come to the plate here in the 7th inning. It's the leadoff single by Fernandez that got it started. Top part of the zone, 2-1. 2 runs, 6 hits, 4 left on for the Angels. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on for Texas. Two on. Fletcher off speed pitch.
It's a pretty good pitch. You can't be expecting a slider there, especially when you have Trout on deck. 2-1 pitch. You're sitting fastball. Got a slider instead.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Fletcher, these guys are foul. Set it up and do it again. Jazik ready to go. Fletcher lines one into left field, a base hit. Squared it up and being waved around as Briseño. The throw is offline. 3-0 Halos, and Fletcher takes second. Very aggressive send by Dino Ebel with Trout coming to the plate.
And in the past, Chu had one of the best throwing arms, especially when he's playing right field. The challenge of playing left field tonight. Wonder if Trout will even get a chance to swing the bat here now.
Nope, intentional walk.
Good piece of hit now by David Fletcher. I think part of the reason why is that from a left-handed thrower in the outfield, a different throw for Chu than what we saw early in his career in right field. Well up that third base line. Another intentional walk for Trout.
Second walk he's picked up tonight. So bases loaded for Angelton Simmons, 9th man to step to the plate.
He's been great with the bases loaded this season.
Angelton tonight 0 for 3. One ball, no strikes. Out to shallow center. DeShields coming in. Odor gets called off, and DeShields ends up making the play.
At almost second base position.
Exactly. The Angels sent 9 men to the plate here the 7th, and the scoring started with Taylor Ward and his 2-run shot.
Boy, his second home run here in this ballpark, 3rd in his career. Halos up 3-0.
Bottom of the 7th, Taylor Cole is back out. Had himself a 1-2-3 6th inning. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 Andrews, Mazzara, and Beltre. Elvis Andrews 1 for 2. He had a single back in the first. First pitch fastball for a strike. Oh, what? On the corner, 0-2. Elvis doesn't like the call.
Yeah, Taylor Cole right now, you're in a position with Andrews not real happy with that call. Throw him a non-strike to see if he can get a swing and miss here.
Typical Wales fashion, trying to go the other way with 2 strikes. Back up the middle, and that is a leadoff single. Bring up Nomar Mazara. Jose Alvarez getting ready to go. Mazar's 0 for 2. Twice has hit one out to Trout.
Mazar's hitting the 12 double plays. The Angels lead the American League in that category as far as turning double plays.
Good off-speed pitch, 1-2.
Hamilton Simmons with the double play he turned earlier in the game. 100 double plays he has been involved in as far as turning at shortstop.
Down the dirt. Nice block by Briseño. Holds Elvis over at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff single with the Angels up 3-0 here in the 7th. Base hit by Andrews, the 3rd for Texas tonight, and the first since the first inning. Matt Shoemaker with 5 scoreless, his return to the mound. 2-2. Full count.
Dave Andrews be on the move. Briseño's thrown out 33% of base stealers. Shoemaker wants it to shake it off and get the sign right away.
There goes Alvis. Mazara takes outside for ball 4. Throw doesn't matter. 2-1 to start the 7th. Got ahead of both batters in this inning, Gooby, and a single, now a walk.
Almost you get to the point where just trying to be too fine.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Adrian Beltre 0 for 2. A strikeout and a fly ball to center. Calls time. Alvarez ready to go in the bullpen. You've got Profar switch hitter on deck, then Gallo the lefty.
And more than likely the last batter here for Taylor Cole. See if he can get a ground ball at an infielder.
1-0. Cole coming off a 1-2-3 6th inning. Give it a 3-0 lead, and the first two have reached into the 7th. Here's the 1-1. Beltre fouls it off. Fool on the off-speed pitch. 1-2 now.
And another batter ahead of the count. See if he can finish off Beltre.
Pick-off attempt. Elvis back. Beltre hits this one out to left field. Eric Young Jr. moving over will make the catch on the run. Both base runners back to the respective bases. 1 down.
Just towards the end of the bat, out in front enough. Boy, Jr. able to run that one down to left field.
That's going to be it for Taylor Cole, with Mike Scioscia making his move. Jose Alvarez ready to go in the bullpen. They'll spin Profar around to hit from the right side. And then you've got Gallo after that. So Jose Alvarez, the new pitcher for the Angels. We are in the 7th with 2 on, 1 out. Angels up 3-0. Jack in the Box. Try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. Pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels up by the score of 3-0, and it's Jose Alvarez replacing Taylor Cole. 2 on and 1 out. Alvarez has done a terrific job this year for the Angels. Just continues to add to his career high as far as appearances are concerned. This will be his 68th. He's 5-3 with a 2.72 earned run average, and Jurickson Profar will be the batter. Profar switch hitter. 266 from the right side, 258 from the left side this year, but the majority of his home runs, Gooby, from the left side. 12 of the 15 he's hit.
And I'll tell you what, Jose Alvarez, when you talk about one of the most consistent pitchers on the staff all year, Alvarez has been that guy. He's in a tough situation right here. This is where he's been very, very effective with runners on base.
Profar line out to short and a fly ball to center. Is 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. He's grounded into 8 double plays this season. One ball and strike. Kind of a passive call by Jerry Lane.
He's called that high pitch quite a bit.
Yeah.
Good changeup. Great arm speed for that pitch. The reading fastball, good changeup, 83, 91, 92 on his fastball, but well out in front on the all-speed pitch. See how the hips have already opened up and tried to keep the bat back, but could not do so.
Down goes Profar. 2 outs. Big strikeout. Runners do not advance. And here comes Joey Gallo.
Pretty good differential on the speeds of those 2 pitches, 91, 83. That's what pitching's all about, changing speeds. Change up 83 followed by a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Both got swing and misses with.
Gallo chasing first pitch.
Don't see it often lately from Jose Alvarez. First pitch was a changeup to Profar, then now first pitch to Gallo, a slider. Hitters looking at those reports, looking first pitch fastball instead, all speed. Both batters, first pitch.
0-1. Downstairs, ball and a strike. Long 7th. The Angels scored 3 in the top of the inning. First 2 reaches for Texas here in the bottom of the 7th. Both belonging to Taylor Cole. Alvarez ready the 1-1. Gallo takes a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gallo driving one into the corner, and that is off the wall. 1 run is in. Mazar's heading to third. Gallo's on his way to second. RBI doubled. And it's 3-1.
Doesn't happen too often. Inherited base runners scoring against Jose Alvarez. That one ends up coming around, and Mike Soch looks like he's going back down to the bullpen. Gallo got that fastball inside part of the plate. Mislocation, turns on it. Fortunate enough didn't get enough in the air as far as lift off the wall. Ends up being an RBI double.
Another pitching change here in the 7th. It's 3-1 Angels. RBI Baseball 18 delivers all new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. Angels on top 3-1. 2 outs. Justin Anderson on relief. 51st appearance this year in the big leagues. 3-3 and a 3.40 ERA. And he'll come in with runners at second and third. And Robinson Chirinos coming to the plate. Down the dirt, and somehow Briseño.
That was a pretty good job of keeping that in front of him. That was well out in front of the plate. Using the body to keep it in front of him.
Chirinos 0 for 2, a fly ball to center and a strikeout. Breaking ball in there, 1-1. Another nice block by Briseño. Tying run in scoring position to Joey Gallo. And the big man has some pretty good speed. Two on, 3-1. DeShields, the man on deck. Lazar at third, Gallo at second. Chirinos check swing roller foul. Steve Buechele still had the good hands. So full count.
He used to be able to pick it at third base.
Another Southern California native. Fullerton, I believe. Justin's ready to go. Here comes the 3-2. Chirinos fouls it back. He's on that fastball.
With that fastball, you would think he's going to come back now with a slider. For a batter that strikes out a lot, get him to chase that slider out of the strike zone. Looked like he shook off the first sign put down by Briseño. See what he's going to go with.
Payoff. And he missed inside to load it up. So both sides, Rangers and the Angels, struggling to throw strikes here in the 7th inning from the bullpen. And here comes Charles Nagy. Ronald Guzman is going to pinch hit here for Delano DeShields. Left-handed batter. DeShields finishes the night going 0 for 2. Guzman a .241 batting average, 14 home runs, 53 runs batted. And he's 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter this season. No place to put him. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 3-1 Angels. First one on the way. Slider for a strike. Under control slider there. Outfield straight around. Taylor Ward off the line at third. Simmons toward the middle. Fletcher a couple of steps onto the grass at second base. One. Blocked by Brisena. Overthrown slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seven hits for the Angels, 4 for Texas. They have 2 hits and 2 walks picked up here in the 7th. Here's the 1-1. 2-1. Guzman chases. Not a whole lot of conviction in that swing on a fastball at 97.
Yeah, he was thinking he was going to get a fastball, but it was a fastball that was maybe been out of the strike zone. Tried to hold up on the swing, but couldn't.
Halos have more action going in the bullpen. Ty Buttry. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Angels up by 2. 2-2 on the way. Down he goes, and they will leave them loaded. Texas gets on the board. We head to the 8th. Angels on top.
That was a good under control breaking ball from Justin Anderson. Stays on top, swing and miss.
Loaded. Angels live post-game after the game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Coming right after this one, Patrick O'Neill will help me look inside. Matt Shoemaker coming back today, so strong, 5 solid innings for Shoe. Keep an eye on the extension, the finish, the movement, and more importantly, peace of mind with that arm. And for the Angels offensively to get it going, Taylor Ward, 2nd career home run here in this ballpark, 2nd of 3 against lefties, and certainly for the Angels, important to keep going here on the offensive side. Victor, 2 never enough here in Arlington.
No, never, especially in the summertime, and see if they can do it here against Chris Martin, who takes over from Sadzik. 39th game from Martin, 1-3 mark at 4.72 ERA. He'll be facing Fernandez, Marte, and Ward. The same 3 that started off the 7th inning. Fernandez with 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, a strikeout and a run scored. First one in for a strike. Guzman, the pinch hitter, stays at first base. Gallo goes from first out to center.
That's a pretty big center fielder.
Well, if you're ever going to clear benches, that's where you want Gallo, like way out there.
Have
the
him
bullpen.
take care of the bullpen.
Exactly, by himself. He's a big man. RBI double. They check the wall between innings. The wall still standing out right. Fernandez fouls it off. 1-2. One, two. Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Martin listed at 6'8". Local product here. Grew up in Arlington. Born in Arlington. Raised here. Oh, he misses outside. Full count. Drafted by the Rockies in the 21st round in 05 out of McLennan Community College. That was in Waco. 16 games for the Rocks in 2014. 24 games with the Yankees in 2015. He was pitching in Japan last year. Bouncer over to short. And down on the teammate of Shohei Ohtani in Japan.
Remember him saying in spring training, don't worry about what you're seeing from Shohei Ohtani, whether on the mound or swinging the bat, he is going to be fine. As it turned out, he was exactly right.
He'll face Jeffrey Marte here in the 8th. Buttry continues to loosen. It looks like he'll get the bottom of the inning. Jeffrey 1 for 3 with a double back in the 2nd. Opener of a 3-game set here in Arlington. Angels splitting the 4-game set against Houston. 3 here in Arlington, then off to Chicago for a weekend series. These 2 teams will lock up once again in Southern California a week from tonight. A 3-game series.
Hey, we'll get to see Hawk Harrelson in Chicago.
Yeah. He gone after this year.
Yeah.
Long time. Voice of the Chicago White Sox.
And they had some kind of a countdown, his favorite phrases. Birthday tomorrow for Hall.
Looking forward to talking with him and hanging out with the White Sox crew. Tough year for the Sox.
He's Simba's birthday tomorrow also.
One-two to Marte. And he'll go down looking. Do it. Spun around. Heads back in the dugout. 2 outs.
By the way, another close game for the Dodgers and the Mets. Jacob deGrom. 25 straight games of allowing 3 or fewer runs.
Drove in the only run that the
Wow.
Mets have tonight. Taylor Ward, 1 for 3, 2-run home run in the 7th. They got the Angels on the board. Go back to that home run in the 7th.
Well, you got everything was perfect on that swing for Taylor Ward. The timing, the launch angle, getting the right pitch, right spot, and did the damage. Well, that race down the NL West is pretty amazing.
Going to go down to the last week. One pitch. 2-1. Texas in the bottom of the 8th will have the top of its order coming up at Chu, Odor, and Andrews. It'll be Ty Buttrey for the 8th. Two one. Check swing foul.
Ty Buttrey made his major league debut in this stadium with his parents on hand. There he is getting ready.
Two. Full count. Brees had to do it again. Should he reach? Briseño's on deck. Another payoff. Another foul.
Good battle again for Taylor Ward.
Taking some good hacks to play tonight. Home run is 3rd now with 8 runs batted in. Ward gets this one over to 3rd. Profar has it. Angels down in order here in the 8th. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. Ty Buttrey coming on with the Angels leading it. on in relief here, and he'll get the top of the order. Gooby made his Major League debut here in this ballpark not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember Mom and Dad here at the ballpark, and the happiness and the stress all in one, getting that first big league out. And the reaction, Dan and Robin, ready? Trying to breathe now and relax. Watch your son make the debut here in Texas. Solid effort for Ty Buttrey.
Shin-Soo Choo to lead things off. Choo on board twice tonight with a single and a walk. Caleb Cowers, a new third baseman. Taylor Ward is done for the night. 8th appearance for Ty Buttrey. No record of 1.23 ERA. 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 7 1/3. Count has run even to 1-1. 1-2. And when Bowsey got in front of the plate, Briseño's been busy. At a tough bottom of the 7th inning, the Angels got out of it, allowing just 1 run, leaving the bases loaded after Anderson struck out Guzman, pinch hitter in the 7th inning, to finish off that frame. Choo goes down swinging. Ball gets away.
What a good changeup.
And he'll apply the tag one out.
Remember the other day in Houston, had a tough time with that changeup. Thought, oh, maybe I'll just go with my 2 or 3 best pitches. Came right back to his changeup here tonight. Great pitch to get a swing and a miss.
Odor tonight 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a double play ball. Takes a strike to even to count. Doesn't like that call. Two and 1.
Put in some pretty high leverage situations too. A lot of trust. Mike Scioscia with Ty Buttrey.
Yeah. The breaking ball that misses 3-1. Elvis Andrus on deck. Claudio will pitch the 9th. Odor, a little bouncer toward first. Marte comes in on it. 2 down. Big out on a 3-1 pitch. Here comes Elvis. Stay tuned to Angels Live post-game show for the Auto Nation business of sports. Auto Nation, low price, no pressure guarantee. Elvis tonight, 2 hits, 2 for 3 overall, 2 singles and a run scored.
Shohei Ohtani on the bench now. First 2 innings last night were really, really impressive. I think Quinn had the snap on his slider. George Springer for a 2-run home run.
2-1 count now.
Good chance you'll see him in the lineup tomorrow night, even with a lefty on the mound.
Two on Elvis. 2-2. Tom Bustry trying to finish off this 8th inning with 2 outs to keep this a 2-run lead. Elvis, little flare out to shallow right, and that is going to fall in for a base hit.
That's Vintage Andrews with 2 strikes on him.
A 3-hit game for Elvis.
Really good as far as using the whole field, especially the other way later in the count. Jammed him. But he's looking to hit the ball that way anyhow. Anyway, he's looking either break a ball or fastball away. Was jammed on it, but still, with his approach was to hit the ball to right.
So it's Mazar at the plate representing the tying run. He's 0 for 2. Walked in the 7th inning. Elvis with 3 of the 5 Ranger hits. 1-0. Bustry falls behind here 2-0. Out to center. Not very deep. Trout has to come in on a good off-speed pitch on a 2-0 count.
Yeah, he really mixed speeds throughout that inning for Ty Bustry, known to be able to run that fastball, even touch 100. Off speed was the key. Moment back in 2001. The rookie, Bud Smith, for the St. Louis Cardinals, throws a no-hitter against San Diego on 134 pitches, born in Torrance, California. Bud Smith, congrats on that no-hitter his rookie season.
Bobby Bonilla was everywhere. Alex Claudio takes over. Here in the top of the 9th inning, the Angels up 3-1. 56th game, 4-2 mark, 4.94 ERA. Slowest for Alex Claudio. Briseño, Young, Calhoun for the Halos here in the ninth. Long look in for Alex Claudio.
So I throw a changeup or
Yeah.
a changeup?
I mean, it's below the hitting speed, whatever it is. And he goes with a changeup. Jocker. Briseño's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. Martin went 1 inning. Had 1 strikeout for Texas. At a 1-2-3/8. There comes the 0-2 pitch. And Briseño chases the off speed. 1 down.
Going to get quite a few of those against Claudio.
Eric Young Jr. 1 for 3 tonight. He had a base hit in the 6th. Off the plate. Handles it. Blake Parker getting ready. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Beltre, Profar, and Gallo. Tied him up. Down and in.
87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Colt Calhoun on deck. Angels with 3 in the 7th. 2-run home run by Taylor Ward, and RBI single by David Fletcher. And then Texas got one at the bottom of the 7th. RBI double by Joey Gallo. That's been it. First 6 innings flew by, 5 of which were thrown by Matt Shoemaker. His return to a big league mound was stellar in his 5 innings. A bouncer toward the middle. Elvis to his left has it. Off balance throw, and they get Ui for the 2nd out.
Yeah, wise decision to throw the ball that way. A lot of times you'll see a shortstop spin around and throw it. At that point, you're not going to be able to throw out. Eric Young Jr. going down the line. Good play by Andrews. Gets rid of the baseball quickly. You go to him the transfer. Got out on that throw, off balance throw. Jammed it just enough more difficult to get out of the batter's box for Eric Young Jr.
Cole tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. Off speed, little bouncer up the line. Hugging the line, that's a fair ball. Angels down in order here in the 9th. They'll head to the bottom of the frame. It's a 3-1 lead. Parker to try to close it out. The ninth inning, Blake Parker on to try to close it out for the Angels in the opener of this three-game set. This will be Blake's 61st appearance, 2-1 with a 3.28 ERA, 13 saves, 65 strikeouts, and 60 in the third innings. Adrian Beltre is going to be the man that leads things off. He'll be followed by Jurickson Profar and then Joey Gallo. First one downstairs. Beltre 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly ball to center, fly ball to left. This one's out toward right center field. Cole coming in and over, dives. Did he get it? Nope, did not come up with it. Thought he had it for a second. Beltre's on board with a leadoff single.
Great effort by Cole. Playing more towards the line. This is in the gap in right center field. Dives just underneath the glove and body. Just off the end of the glove. What an effort.
Profar fouls it back, big hack. Third baseman's 0 for 3, struck out his last time up. Oh, what pitch? Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one will get away from Briseño.
Take away that double play ball. Just have to get that whole body over. You want to keep that in front. Keep the double play in order.
Two-one. Hit to second base. Fletcher has it. The only plays to first. Beltre stays at second. 1 down.
It's a big out. Going back to my Hyundai key for this game. All night long. That means swing the bats well all night long for the Angels and pitch well and defend well. So far, so good as the Angels try to win this first game of this 3-game set.
Conversation now between Briseño and Parker. Joey Gallo 1 for 3, had an RBI double off the fence in the 7th inning. Oh, Bud. Here's the 0-1. Good off speed. 0-2.
Real good splitter. Starts about middle of the plate and ends up on the outside corner at the knees.
Now the 0-2. Downstairs. 1-2. Leadoff single by Beltran. A nice effort by Calhoun, diving for the ball in right. Moved to second on a wild pitch. The 1-2. Bounced out in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Belcher not taking a big lead at all. Had to deal with hamstring issues all season long. 2-2 now. And a full count. Robinson Chirinos, the man on deck. Here's the payoff. Gallo goes down swinging, 2 down. Big strikeout.
Great spot, really, when you think about high fastball followed by a real good splitter to get a swing and miss. Great location. And the speed of the pitch, perfect for Parker. Well out in front, unable to make contact. Frustrated, but a perfect pitch.
One ball, no strikes on Chirinos. The catcher's 0 for 2. Walked the 7th. One 0. 2-0. Nobody paying the pitches to Beltre at second base. This one's in for a strike. And again, Chirinos not liking that call. That happened earlier in the 5th inning. Very similar pitch. Seven hits for the Angels, 6 for Texas. Parker ready to go. Glance back. 2-1. 3-1.
Pretty close.
Ronald Guzman, man on deck. Number 9 hitter. Now the 3-1 offering. This is lifted. Out to shallow center field, right center field. Mike Trout calling for it. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the victory tonight in the opener of this 3-game set, the final 3-1.
Excellent pitch game throughout. Taylor Ward with the big home run in the game. The difference. As the Angels come back here and able to win this game against the Texas Rangers. Let's take a look at our Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game, Matt Shoemaker. What an effort. First time out since March 31st up in Oakland. Had it work in 5 scoreless innings. Dealt, didn't get the win, but was dominant in his comeback. Taylor Cole picking up his first major league victory here today. But Taylor Ward, a big home run, the difference in the game.
Blake Parker able to close it out, picks up his